Trevor, I'm going to start with you where Kenny had started, picking up on the defensive end of the floor. It's something that he has certainly emphasized quite a bit. What characteristics do you feel like fit into that mold and fit into the mold of what this group is looking for?
I think the biggest thing, just being a high character person. Sean mentioned it. They try to find high character players, and just spending a little bit of time with these guys today. I can tell they're very high character. And no big egos. That's a big thing. When building chemistry. So I'm looking forward to spending some time with these guys and getting the ball rolling.
Yeah, with that being said, I mean, you are one of the more veteran players. What type of leadership do you feel like you can bring in and add to the culture that's being cultivated here?
Well, I've been through, a couple of different processes. I was in Washington for 4 years. The first 3 years we struggled. So a lot of adversity. This organization last year struggled a little bit. So, I can bring, my experience into it and, tell them what I've been through, help them, get over that hump. The younger players, I've been in Utah for 2 years. A lot of young players, they look to me to get them through, adversity. So with the guys that we have now, the younger players, I can help them with that.
And Joe, for you, you are one of those younger players, but coming from a championship caliber environment, what do you feel like you can bring and take from those type of experiences that you've had early on in your NBA career?
Yeah, I think, just my experience, even though it was very short, you learn a lot being around some of the better players in this league and one of the better teams in this league. You get a sense of, why they are where they are and, the level of professionalism and the attention to detail that I saw on a, consistent basis while I was in Cleveland. I mean, not to say that I'm an experienced player by any means, but to just see that, it's going to help me in translating to whatever, process I want to go through from here on out.
And with that being said, still solidifying yourself in the NBA landscape for some who haven't seen your game extensively, how would you describe it?
I'd say exactly what Coach Kenny was just hitting on. I'm a guy that was really drafted by Cleveland to help create space. With my ability to shoot the ball, I really help space the floor for guys that like to facilitate and create. And then, I take a lot of pride in my defensive ability coming from a program at the University of Virginia where defensive mentality was emphasized.
Facilitate and create. The guy sitting to your left might be one of those players. Jeremy, I like the new hairdo that is.
Thank you.
Why was Brooklyn the right fit for you?
I think for me, obviously it started with my relationship with Kenny and, or I guess Coach. I feel like for me, I know that he's going to be the guy who gets up the earliest in the morning, and he's going to, watch the most film, and he's going to be the most attentive to the details. And I felt like, when you look at a program, obviously I want to win. I'm 27 years old, and so I feel like coming into this position, I know that at least he's going to do everything he can to grow and to make this team what it needs to be. And then I got to meet Sean and just talking to a lot of the people around here and seeing there's just a different vibe, different environment that they've been talking about, and I just felt like that was something I wanted to be a part of. So it's a good opportunity for me to kind of take that next step as a player as well.
Yeah, and you have a good understanding of what Coach Atkinson is looking to do, but what's your vision of the system? You've said to be a good fit for the system. How would you explain what that looks like?
I think I think on the defensive end, it's going to be tied in. It's going to be a lot of team concepts, a lot of communication on the defensive end. We're going to make sure that we're doing everything as a unit, and I think that's really, really important. And one of the most things that aren't talked about as much among the media is how great your team defense can be. And then offensively, I think it's just unselfishness. I think kind of what Trevor said, having no egos and just having guys who want to come in, want each other to succeed and to move the ball and play the right way. And I think for me, I've been in a lot of different offensive systems, and I know kind of Kenny's philosophy on basketball, and so for me and him, we've always seen eye to eye on that, and so I feel like we'll move the ball a lot, and we'll get good open shots every time down the floor.
We've used the word development a lot and heard it used quite a bit here in Brooklyn. Anthony, for you, when you look at this opportunity to develop, why does this situation feel different for you as you head into this season?
Pretty much it's a brand new start. A lot of veteran players, a lot of young guys, coaching staff too. Pretty much everybody in this organization is just here clicking as one. I feel I can get better every day.
We talked about a handful of players playing for their national teams. You had an opportunity to play for Team Canada, and despite falling short of an Olympic bid, what do you learn from that experience, and how do you feel like you can take something from that as you head into this season?
I feel like the FIBA game is just a quick turnaround. You don't really have that much time to prepare. But I feel like every day is just going up against different guys, different team, different personnel. So you just got to be on your A game.
I'm going to go to the new father. Congratulations. Potentially sleep deprived.
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you.
Yeah. How's it going? All right, though?
I'm good. Everything's a little smooth, but
Good. Congratulations. Justin had a daughter over the weekend, was it?
4 days ago.
Wonderful. Well, thrilled to still have you here. We'll try and get you back as quickly as possible. But as mentioned, you come from one of the top European leagues. You did play in the NBA. What do you feel like you now can come back and reestablish yourself in the NBA given those types of experiences and what you were able to do last year in Spain?
Just by being able to play in the NBA and over in Spain, I bring a level of confidence and a level of experience. I may not have been able to play 20, 30 minutes a night here in the NBA, but I was having those games where I got that experience. And by going over to Spain and playing a lot of minutes and getting just more basketball under my belt, I feel like I can come back here to this organization and contribute in whichever way the team needs me.
Yeah, can you just talk more about the uniqueness of the situation? Because Kenny and Sean have both talked about being creative and unique in their approach of finding players, scouring the globe, and you being one of those. But are there specific things that you feel like playing over in Europe can translate to the NBA game, and potentially you can also teach some of your teammates that may be a different approach to the game?
Yeah, in Spain, there's a very high level of competition. It's considered the second best league in the world. You have a lot of guys that have played in the NBA or guys that are trying to become the NBA. There's multiple guys this year that were drafted into the NBA. And so for me, it's just the level of basketball there is so high that there's a lot of, it's kind of a mix between college and NBA. So it's like a lot of high basketball IQ, and you have to be able to move quickly on your feet and get going. It's not as fast as the NBA, but for me, using my experience in the NBA, I was able to translate in success over there.
And speaking of the college game, Karis, of course, we haven't gotten a chance to talk to you since draft night. Can you take us back to that evening at Barclays Center and what that was like for you?
Yeah, well, I had a lot of family there, so it was a great feeling for me to hear my name get called and come to a great organization like this, and I'm just ready to get started.
What did it mean to you? Brooklyn obviously made plenty of effort to make some moves and specifically target you and be in position to get you here. What does that mean to a young player like yourself?
It was very humbling, especially to know what they gave up to get me. A proven veteran in this league. So, I mean, I'm just ready to come in and work my butt off every single day and prove that I deserve to be here.
And can you just give us a quick status update on your health, how you're feeling? We know Sean had said you've been medically cleared to play, but just the progress and in terms of where you're at this point?
Yeah, well, I've been here actually since draft night, training, doing rehab and stuff like that. I think I ran on the treadmill today for the first time, so I'll hopefully be back in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited to get going.
Well, again, welcome to all of the newest members of the Brooklyn Nets.